What's going on, No Nation? It's CJ Woods here with Dope Talk, here to bring you some breaking news. FSU lands an elite high school defensive end prospect in Amari Williams. Big time gift for the Noles. Before we get into the details of that,
Dobby takes a snap. He's under pressure. He's rolling to his right. Oh, and he is hit. Ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneer defense. Number 9.
On the Trail is brought to you by Realtor Jude Paul. Jude is a realtor in Southwest Florida, but services the entire state of Florida. Whether you're trying to buy your home or sell your home, Jude is your guy. Jude is willing to donate up to 20% of the closing costs back to you. And Jude is a big-time FSU fan, right? Noles like to help our Noles, and this is a very exciting time for FSU in regards to, helping things out in the athletic department. So I say that to say this: if you're willing to buy or sell your home with Jude, he's willing to donate some of the proceeds to the Battles In Collective. As you guys know, Battles In does a great job in regards to retention of our players and helping us keeping a competitive advantage on the field. So tap in with Jude. He will definitely take care of you, and we'll be donating back to the school. You can reach out to him at www.homesfornoles.com. Again, it's www.homesfornoles.com. Real exciting flowers for FSU on the high school recruiting ranks, ending up getting the big-time commit for Amari Williams, 2025 athlete, number 193 overall in the 247 composite. If you guys remember the backstory to Amari Williams, he was the number 1 athlete in the 2025 recruiting class, ended up reclassifying to the 2024 recruiting class. Just a little bit of backstory. Once FSU lost the commitment or got wind of the commitment of Armando Blunt, the 4-star defensive end within the 2024 class that reclassified also. Once word got that he was going to end up flipping back to the Miami Hurricanes, FSU then put the full court press on Amari Williams, getting him to take an official visit in December and reclassifying to the 2024 class. Dynamic athlete, like him a lot, 6'4", 215 pounds. Ended up beating out USC, Texas, and Florida for some of the schools that were in the running for Amari prior to reclassifying. Again, like this kid a lot, big time athlete, 6'4", 6'5", 215 pounds. You do everything on the field. When I say a dynamic athlete, this kid could probably play receiver at FSU as well. He's that talented, very explosive off the edge. I like his build at 6'4", 215 pounds. At his age, he could come in, get within the Coach Storms program, get built by Storms. I really think he could be a dynamic, explosive pass rusher off the edge, something that FSU hasn't had in a long time. I'm not going to say a long time. Jared Verse, Jermaine Johnson, those guys were explosive. I think this is a different level of athlete in Amari Williams and what he could do for FSU. When I say a different level of athlete, think of Byron Burns. That type of athleticism off the edge, that type of explosiveness off the edge, quick twitch. This guy brings it. Like I said, just look at the huddle highlights. Receiver, whatever it is, he's just an athlete. Strong runner, can run pretty fast. I like this kid a lot. I think he's going to be a nightmare for offensive tackles, especially once he gets coached up by Coach Pappo. I think is one of the better defensive end coaches from a technique standpoint in the country. And of course, you add in Odell Haggins, who's probably the best defensive tackle coach from a technique standpoint and one-on-one teaching basis in the country as well. So big time gift for FSU and Amari Williams. It's been a really interesting month for FSU in regards to the defensive line recruit. I know a lot of people have been complaining about the traction of defensive line in high school in the Puerto Ricans. FSU combated that and answered rather in grabbing Marvin Jones Jr., defensive end transfer out in legacy, of course, out of Georgia. Seminole Lohe, defensive end from Morgan State, second team all Pac-12 selection, and Tomiwa Durage, defensive end from West Virginia, 6'4", 280 pounds with 3 years to play. Honestly, all the guys that got out of transfer portal has multiple years to play. So you add Amari Williams, that's a really good defensive line haul going into the new year. And just from a high school standpoint, FSU also took D.D. Holmes, defensive end out of Washington, D.C., 6'6", 250 pounds. So you add those two to what we brought into the transfer portal. I think the defensive end room is very strong moving forward for FSU. Really good bounce back after losing your all-world defensive end in Jared Verse. So I like that. I like this move a lot for Amari Williams, big-time playmaker. I do think this will be the last recruit for the 2024 cycle for FSU that they add from the high school ranks. And ironically, Amari Williams is the highest-rated recruit from the prep ranks left available within the 2024 class. So FSU gains a monster of an athlete, a monster of a get in Amari Williams, very explosive, big-time potential. I really like this kid. He could be special. I think FSU did a really good job in transitioning from the loss of Armando Blunt to focusing on Amari Williams. So I think from an athletic standpoint, an explosive standpoint, brings more to Blunt. Now, I do think Blunt's a bigger body, of course, and is more stout in the run game. Amari has a long way to go within that, but just from a raw athletic talent standpoint, this guy is going to be a nightmare for offensive tackles to keep up with. 6'4", 209, 215 pounds. That's a junior. Again, you get him in with Coach Storms in this weight room program. I really think he could blossom at FSU and be a big time addition. Just looking back at the 2024 recruiting class and adding Amari Williams, you can add in transfers as well. I want you guys to let me know who is your favorite recruit for this 2024 recruiting class. I know people kind of bummed because of Mardo Blunt and losing KJ Bolden on signing day, but just overall, this is a very good recruiting class with a lot of blue chip prospects and a lot of prospects that's going to make a difference in Tallahassee and be dynamic in Tallahassee for Mike Norvell and staff. So I'm really excited for the future for FSU. Really good getting Amari Williams. So again, let me know in the comments who was your favorite recruit for the 2024 recruiting class, and also who do you think will get on the field first? I know that's always the question with freshmen and things like that. Who do you think will have the earliest impact for the 2024 recruiting class? I have a couple ideas in mind, but I'll go ahead and let you guys discuss it in the comments. Make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel. We got more information coming. I'm pretty sure FSU is going to be heating up. It's going to be a lot of junior days and things like that going to spring, a lot of visits leading into the 2025 recruiting cycle. Again, I know 2024 is still fresh in you guys' mind and it's in the close, but we're going to go ahead and get started with the 2025 recruiting cycle. I know recruiting is pretty much year round, so stick with Dope Talk and subscribe to the channel, and I'll be the one to make sure you guys get all the information, get all the updates, and get familiar with the 2025 recruiting class. Go Noles.